All right, we're back with another episode of Boys Interrupted with the boys that just threw down on the open announcement.
We did.
How do you guys
Lots
feel
of
about
fun.
it? Jayson choked up at the end. Dallin freaking
Wow.
put a beat down on it.
You lost by 1 minute to us.
I did lose by 1 minute. I did. That is true. But
Crazy.
You know what made me
start the
really
show off like that, bro.
I mean, the fact that you got on the rower before James just made me really happy.
And then I lost after that.
Yeah.
Technically, we got on at the same time. I got like 1 cow.
But anyways.
You felt good about that, huh? That made you feel good?
It was honestly one of the most entertaining open announcements that I've watched. Like your guys' content that you guys put out, like leading into it, like the videos that you guys put out, like kind of behind the scenes and stuff, like all that stuff was so awesome. I was hyped. How was not Carson?
Tyson.
What's his name? Tyson.
Tyson's dope. Tyson
He is.
is
Well, I don't
dope.
know why I'm saying Carson.
He brought his boys out, like, instead of, like, an appearance fee, he was like, no, I just want to bring my boys.
Oh, that's so
We
sick.
were all hanging out, and, yeah, it was cool. He's a really cool dude.
He seems awesome. How long has he been doing CrossFit?
Since he was, I mean,
Because his dad owns the affiliate, right?
Yeah, so, like, there was a video of him doing pull-ups in a CrossFit gym when he was, like, 6, 7 years old.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Talked a lot of crap, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You caught some
he
passes, Jayson?
I did.
Bringing it back out, or what?
I did. I feel like I can, get a contract.
Practice squad,
I
baby?
think he might try to hook me up.
Dude, practice squad freaking, like, probably make more money than we're all making now.
Probably. I forgot. I don't know what the minimum is.
Dude, if you make roster, the minimum is like 900 and something thousand,
Yeah.
which is crazy if you're on the NFL roster, not like practice squad, but
Yeah. It's like
That's
55,
crazy.
55 guys.
you
It's
can
more
do
than
it.
me.
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy. That's super
No, it was a
cool.
good time. They treated us well out there. We did a lot of cool things.
You guys got to check out the arena too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
How'd it feel?
Felt big,
I
felt
felt
good.
like an arena.
Do you know how many people it sits?
12,000.
Oh, wow.
500. Which
Dang,
is more
wasn't-
than it's more
Last
than
year was
Mickey's.
10, right? Or 75? Was it?
I think it was
10.
9.
9. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It
Yeah,
looked cool.
they can configure it a bunch of ways, but it's supposed to be like 12 and a half, and they're also doing like some cool box seats along the floor. I don't know if it'll be similar to kind of how Rogue had it, but we'll see.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Did you guys hear the like whispers behind the scenes of like what the open workout was going to be? Like I know that like just like on social media the week leading in,
Yeah.
everyone thought they knew the workout. I mean, it sounds like most of the movements everyone knew, but I didn't hear that version ever.
I only heard variations where there was only deadlifts or variations where there was only cleans and snatches. I
Yeah.
didn't hear any that they were together.
Dude, I saw people on social media just posting like, "This is the workout strategy for 25.3," and it's like Tuesday. I'm like,
Yeah. There was a lot. There was a lot of different
Wild.
variations.
people were confident that they knew the workout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impressive. I wonder if HQ was putting out fake leaks, which they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
absolutely should.
it gets
Even
the
if one of them's a
conversation
real
going.
one, it's like you don't know which one.
Yeah.
So
How did you guys like this version compared to some of the other things that you heard?
I thought this one was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
Yeah, I think it was the most well-rounded to break up the wall walks because there was the one where it was like the 50 cal row, 25 deadlifts, 50 cal row, 25 wall walks, 50 cal row. And that's just
That
a
was the
straight
that
wall
was-
walk row.
That was like a version that I liked.
Yeah, I like that one too. A lot of wall walks.
I know. I was like, give me some more wall walks, baby. Put them in
one-
big sets.
The one I heard with like power snatches and power cleans, it was like all at 95, and it was like it was kind of the same format where it was like 50 and then 5, but it was going to be 50 power cleans, 5 wall walks, 50 power snatches, something like that.
Yeah.
But I like this one better.
Yeah. Did you guys get to like strategize with your coaches before the workout? Because
A little bit. It was weird because we were talking to our judge about like the standard of all everything.
Yeah.
We were also warming up all the bars, and then our
Yeah.
coaches were out there for like 90 seconds, and so we're like trying to get on the same page with our judge. Our coaches are out there. It was hectic, dude. We're trying to figure out like what's happening. It was crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't have a plan.
Yeah.
It was cool seeing it though.
I knew I was going to go singles, and then kind of like the one question I was asking Matt before we started was like, I like looked at him across the room and was like, hey, fives on the deads? Like,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah, let's go with that.
Yep. Yeah, dude, you guys put a clinic on it. I knew your guys' times were like fast, and I was gonna need a miracle to like get you guys. But after doing it, I was even more impressed. I was like, holy shit, you guys were flying.
Yeah.
It was like,
they
I mean,
stand.
I think that you guys, like, obviously there was parts in the workout. I mean, Dallin, yours looked pretty damn seamless. I mean, you had no reps or anything, right?
No reps. I mean, re-watching it, I'm like, oh, could I have been
Yeah.
a little quicker on the end of the cleans or this transition? And
Yeah.
like, I know some people are going to set up transitions, so you do have to have 5 feet like
Yeah.
between the wall and the rower and the bike, but you could do more of a triangle.
Yeah, that's
And
how I set it up here.
It would
The
make
transitions
it a
didn't
little
help me.
easier.
So I think the transitions in the triangle adds about a minute.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. You just got lost.
Yeah, exactly. I was lost in it, baby.
But I don't know. Maybe a second or two here, but
But I think like with
push
the
from
atmosphere
crowd,
of it,
yeah,
though,
it's-
yeah, like
it's
you're. I don't think
evened
any.
out.
I mean, I think it would be real hard to beat your guys' times if you try to repeat it in a gym, just from like an energy. Like you definitely could probably strategize it better, but like
I
everyone
think
knows
I think
that
I could beat my time.
in your gym.
Yeah.
I think I mean, there was definitely mistakes in your workout. Like you left time on the table.
Yeah.
But also to match that intensity again is, I mean, not saying it's not doable, but I think people underestimate like what.
No, for sure.
Like
But
simulating competition.
since I had already known how it feels, that would help
Yeah.
me be able to hold on to that pace.
Do
Because
you think
I'd be a way
you beat
more aware.
Dallin's time?
I don't know. His wall walks were way too fast.
I mean, you guys were what, like just 23 seconds apart?
Yeah, I feel like the barbell, like he was going singles, I was going touch and going a lot. The barbell wasn't that big of a difference. It was just his wall walks were just insane. I just couldn't. I mean, every time
I think
he
there
got
might be
he
20
got.
seconds about all the time you grab chalk.
I know.
So,
Well, it was also one of those things that I was going touch and go. I did like 8 reps. I'm not just gonna stand there just like dazing around while I rest. I'm not gonna look like I'm keeping busy. Listen, y'all, I really didn't need chalk. I was just kind of like, it was as if I was just
trying to
standing there.
look good.
we have
Yeah,
all
I
been
was
there, buddy. We have
I
all
was-
been
I was
there.
resting. It's not like I could just go 8 touch and go and then 8 touch and go again really quickly.
Yeah.
I gotta rest.
There should only be like 2 times in a workout when you chalk. Before you start, and there's like a chance in the middle.
Listen, that is not a problem. I don't chalk like that. It was like, what else am I supposed to do in this moment?
Trust me, man. I've had some moments at the chalk
Listen.
bucket.
I don't even chalk when we do like rope climbs. So I'm
Hardcore.
not a chalker, bro. So this was out of the ordinary. I was in an environment that I was super uncomfortable with. I've never been here.
Was there any other reasons that you were grabbing so many chalk? I mean, you've listed like 4 or 5.
Yeah, palms were sweaty.
These were weak, baby.
No, but seriously, yeah, his wall walks were just pretty fast. I feel like
Yeah.
I also had to go touch and go because he would gain like 1 wall walk on me, and then he'd get like 5. I think it was the cleans where he started to separate. He'd get like 5 cleans in. I was like, well, the only way I can like catch up is if I just start ripping these power cleans right now.
Yeah.
So I just started going touch and go, which would
Yeah.
made things worse, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was like, well, this is my only. I have to do this.
I felt that because like going into this workout, I knew it was like it's like sometimes like when you do a workout, you don't really know what's going to happen, but you definitely have an understanding of like when there's a good workout for you and when there's going to be like, all right, I got to execute this one really well to like be in the top.
Yeah.
And for me, this was one of the ones like, man, like I'm not saying I'm not capable of getting your guys' times, but like I need things to go pretty damn well for me to make that happen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need to push pace faster than I want early on. And if it like bites me in the butt, it does, and it definitely bit me in the butt, dude. I got on that last row, and I was like, I am not going to be seeing 2,000 cows per hour.
Dude, I'm so upset. I'm so upset me and James got on that row at the same time. I was like,
the worst.
oh my gosh. It was
Dude,
crazy.
That legit probably made you go 10 seconds faster.
Yeah. But it was crazy. I didn't even think, like, the first 5 wall walks, I think he got no rep potentially in the first.
He got three no reps on wall walks.
Yeah, I went back and watched. He almost had another one because he did on the last round of wall walks. He did a wall walk and then started to come down and then had to go back up. So it wasn't a no rep, but they're like, touch your hand. And he like went back and touched his hand. Also, I was like, dang, like James had the least clean run from what I could see on the live stream, obviously, out of you guys. But like, dude, his back half of the workout.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like,
he was faster than you guys on the back half of the workout. But he was in a deficit.
We both did 5s on the deads, but his were a very like just smooth, controlled, where I was like dropping and picking it back up.
Yeah.
And he made up a lot of ground on the back end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was cool to watch.
It was weird. My first initial thought, we came out so hot on the first 5 wall walks and got to the row in like 20 seconds. And then we're on the rower and James is like not there. And I'm like, my first thought is like, oh, like, we just dropped him in like the first 30 seconds. And then it's like me and Dallin, like the thought went to like, it's like Dallin, it's just me and Dallin now. Yeah. And then that's the thought process the entire time until I drop the snatch and he's like walking back to the wall. I'm like, what? And then I'm like, oh my goodness, we're about to have a freaking row off.
Dude, and it's like one of those things too, like I know you guys can probably relate to those moments. Like when you're that person coming from behind, it's like a shot of adrenaline. Like when you finally like when he looks at you, he's like, yes. When you look at him,
it's like I can't you gotta like focus on one person. And obviously Dallin was right next to me, so it's like I'm really trying to just match his reps. I'm not really seeing like where James is at on the other side.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like when all I see him in my peripheral vision, he's going to the wall. I'm like, wow, he caught us. Or he caught me.
Yeah. No, it was crazy to watch. Dude, on that first row, though, I remember watching the announcement. I don't know if you guys went back and watched. And they, like, zoom in on a monitor. And I was like, oh, wow, they're at 1,600 cows per hour. I'm like, I mean, I know you guys are probably 3 of the top 5, at least, best rowers in the game. But, like, I was like, I mean, I feel like that's pretty hot to start out at, and they, like, zoom out.
Yeah.
Tyson. It was Tyson's rower.
I was like, now that is something that you definitely do not want to do if you're doing this workout.
I mean, that's what we were I was pulling for the first 20 cows, probably 16, and then, like, low 15s.
Yeah. I mean, I saw Jayson, you were, like, high 14s.
Yeah.
For like at least like the back chunk, but to see Tyson at 1,600,
well, he said
even
he was
like
gonna,
on par with you guys.
He said he was going to try and get off the rower at the same time, and I think he was pretty close to James.
He should have did it just sent it on the first row.
He was in a hole, dude. Though I could see him throughout the work. I'm like, oh, dude, he has bad cotton mouth. And then right when he reaches, he's like,
dude, 3 calories in, my entire mouth went dry, complete cotton mouth. I was like, oh my gosh.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
Fun.
That was a super entertaining open announcement. I really enjoyed it. I like when they have more than 2 people because it just really kind of gives you a sense of like different pacing, different styles. Like it was cool to see like you 2 go at it and then kind of just like it felt like we were in the background because we could tell that you didn't know James was catching up.
Yeah.
You know? But it was cool to watch him, like, kind of start chipping away.
Yeah.
It was so good. But.
No, it was a lot of fun. They did some great content, too. They put out the behind the scenes already today. Yeah. So, like, 12-hour turnaround.
Everything I watched, I was like, man, that is, like, I feel like they did a really cool job. That's all your guys' first open announcement, right?
First open announcement.
Yep.
Was it, like, what you expected?
For me, like it kind of exceeded expectations where there's been some weird, like, honestly, open announcements the last few years haven't been all that, like, entertaining. Like, I'll watch because I know who's doing it.
I did one.
Yeah, yours, that was one I watched. I was watching them all, but there wasn't like this
Yeah.
build up, and you weren't hearing anything from the athletes in the days leading up, and there's just none of that. And we got a little bit more of that this year, and I'm grateful we were at CrossFit Spur because they brought some great energy. Like there's a chance you show up at an affiliate and it's like maybe they don't care as much as those guys did, but they were all stoked, which was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome. Did from like my experiences with like doing the few open announcements that I have, like when you're warming up maybe 20 or 30 minutes before, maybe it's less than that, like I don't really remember, but they're like, hey, be ready for hinging. It's like I remember that's one of the things that I got. That was my hint when I was warming up when we did the deadlift burpee workout, 10 to 1 or 1 to 10 and back down. They're just like, hey, be ready for hinging. So like then we start doing like cleans and snatches and burpees and deadlift, just trying to like get everything. Did you guys get anything before you started? They're just like, hey, be ready.
I think they assumed that they probably they probably peeked in there and said, okay, they're doing the right thing.
They're doing wall walks and rowing.
So like there were so many leaks and ideas, and everything was pretty much the same. It was like rowing, inverted, hinge. So we were all doing those things anyway, and so like, they saw us doing those things. And
yeah, that's true. I kind of forgot that.
And they had new Echo rowers in the back, and it was like with the plastic on the screen. And I'm like, the gym doesn't own these.
Yeah.
So
how did you guys like those rowers? Have you guys got to use them before, or was that the first time? Or
I have one.
Yeah, we have one at the gym.
Yeah.
How was it? Like how do you guys like it? Like how does it compare?
I can't tell much of a difference.
No, I mean they're supposed to be. The reason they like took so long and they spent all this money trying to calibrate them the same as the C2 rower, so they could be used universally. And the best way to describe it for me is going from an assault bike onto an Echo bike. Everything just feels sturdy and smooth.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I mean, I have one in the gym too, and I like did a lot of training on it last year, and then I think maybe it was going into Rogue.
I bought one going into Rogue, so I was
maybe that's when
definitely gonna see it.
That's when I got it. So I did like all my Rogue lead up on it, and then it didn't come out. So then I kind of just switched back to C2 bike because I did the same thing with the Rogue Woodway runner.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that Rogue announced that, so then I bought one, and then it has not come out, and it sits in my trailer.
Oh, you bought one?
Yeah, I bought it. I bought that one. No, dude, this is what happens. I'm a Rogue athlete, and they're honestly one of my favorite people to like work with. Like it's awesome. Even like walking around their HQ, just like they got good music. Everyone in there just seems happy. It's awesome. Yada yada, whatever. But every year I have a stipend of like Rogue equipment that I can buy, and it ticks on the first, and I buy everything on the first. Spend the whole stipend. Because I just think about it all year. I have like my whole shopping cart full. I know how much the stipend is. So like all throughout the year, I'm just like switching things. Like, oh no, this is more important. This is more important. So anyways, I spent my whole stipend, and then they announced the Rogue Woodway, and it was before semifinals last year. And I was like, well, I need it. So then I bought it, and I still got it. I'm ready for it when it comes out.
As soon as it came out, Matt got one for the Brute gym.
Yeah.
And then we had brought it up to Jacksonville. That's what we were using the whole time. Still used the Assault Runner at semifinals that year. And then I think last year I showed up at the gym one day and it was gone. He's like, yeah, I sold
Yeah.
it.
I'm like hoping that it finally makes its appearance so I don't feel like I wasted the money because like I have Assault rowers too. But that one definitely it felt like it was built really, really well. Just like, and the monitor looked better. Like it had a lot more analytics, different things. But the calibration was just so different between the two that it was hard to like really gauge your distance right.
Yeah.
And like I felt like I was just waiting for like an update to come across that was just gonna like fix it. But I don't know if they kind of put that on the back burner and then they came out with their rower and that's been like their full focus. But the rower's sick.
The rower has like software updates.
I do. They've released like one a week the past like 3 weeks.
I need to do that because I haven't done it at all. But
yeah,
they were cool to use. It was cool to see them like for the first time. We get to use them.
I think they're sweet. I like it a lot. Even like the little things of just like the big tires on it, especially working out my home gym, just like staying outside and
dude,
and
the
all
tires
that stuff,
are amazing.
I think every machine should have those. It makes life so much easier.
100%.
And it doesn't rattle when you're moving it.
Yeah.
Which can like loosen bolts and all that stuff. It'll just keep it nicer.
Even like I've been thinking about just ordering them for like the GHD because like the ones at the games have them, and every time I try to move the GHD, I'm like, these wheels, and they screech and they're loud, so annoying. Anyways, but that's good. Did you guys try out like? Oh no, you guys didn't get to do it. I was gonna say like, did you look at the GOWOD app? Like, did it update like as they announced
I
the
thought
workout
about
for
doing
the
it,
warm
but I
up?
was like, oh, we're already warmed up.
Yeah, I know, but you guys, I forgot that it was like literally instantaneous for you guys.
Yeah.
We had already warmed up.
Yeah.
No.
Get it
how
the post cool down though.
You think Tebow knows the workout? He's got to know.
He had to, because there's no way that he has the workout. Like, he has to build out the program for it.
You think they tell him? You think they tell him?
I mean, I don't know if they tell him the workout. I bet you they have to tell him the movements.
Oh, yeah.
At least,
all they
like,
have to do is the movements.
At least, like, a day in advance, you know? Like, hey, like, we're going
But,
to
I mean, it's like, hey.
I can see like
bar muscle
hinging.
up, pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's not going to tell nobody.
Yeah.
But
except for me, because I'm his favorite.
That's why he's been winning. That's why he's been winning. So.
I mean, this is
You heard it here first. Tebow's leaking.
Dallin is literally a cheater, bro. He's a cheater, bro.
Do you guys think, like, what place do you think you're going to get in this workout, Dallin?
I mean, I'd like to say first, and I'll tip my hat to whoever beats it, but...
If you win this workout, there is a high likelihood you win the Open.
Unless someone... I still need help.
You have to have... So you were in 5th place, right?
5th place. I was...
I'm not good with names, but, like, I know Colton and Jeff were in front of you, right?
Colton, Colin Bosshard, Austin, Jeff, I think.
Austin, too. Yeah. Out of those guys, who do you think is most likely to have a chance to beat you in this workout?
Jeff.
To beat me in this workout?
Yeah.
I don't think any of them beat me.
Okay.
But
who do you think... Is there names that pop in your mind that think they can give you a run for your money in that workout?
Well, like, it was the guys that were there.
Well, I know, but, like, is there anybody else now?
It's no one's like jumping out, but it could be one of those things where like
no, 100%. I was just kind of curious.
No, there's no one that, like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna keep my eye on this guy. But
I like Jeff was the person that I think that could, because he has to get, if he gets top 5 in this workout, he beats you.
Yes, because it's 5 points. Right?
Which, like, I feel like that might be doable, but after doing it, I think it's not 50-50, but I do think there's a solid chance that you 3 guys could possibly go 1, 2, 3.
That would be
that'd be
the most
epic.
dominating Open performance or Open announcement performance ever. There's been...
I don't think anybody can beat you in it, Dallin. And just, like, seeing the gap between you, James, and Jayson, like, James had, like, a handful of no reps.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff. So, like,
I think both of them
he could have gone faster.
10
and I think
seconds faster.
Yeah, and I think, Jayson, you could have gone faster. So, like, I think you win it, Dallin. And if anybody's going to get in between you guys, they're only going to barely beat you guys. But they have to have, like, a spotless run through.
I'm going to be so upset if somebody beats me or James, because that'll mean I'll go in 4th, and then I'll be out of the money spot.
The money spot.
I don't know, dude. That'd be pretty epic. I was, like, looking at the leaderboard. I don't really ever pay attention to it, but with you 3 doing it and doing that good of a score, I was like, I'm actually kind of curious what happens. Colton, don't get me wrong. Like, I know there's a rower in this workout. How much slower do you think he will be on total row time than you? If you had to, like, take a guess. In my mind, I was like 30, 40 seconds?
We did like 2 minutes.
At the most?
40?
We did like
At the
2
most?
minutes
Or do you think it's more or less than that?
And a minute 40 on the second.
Yeah, you guys had
So we were
3 minutes
3:40.
and 40-something seconds of row time when I, like, was... Because I broke down all your guys' splits and stuff. Dude, just side note, James, like I said...
He rode.
From the third movement, the third set of... Or, like, the second set of wall walks on, he was either first or tied for second in splits after that.
Yeah, he was quick.
It was crazy. But anyway, sorry. What were you saying? How much slower do you think? And this is not like a knock on, because like I was like probably 45 seconds behind you guys on rowing time.
Probably 40.
Do you think that there's 40 seconds he could gain on you guys in the rest of the workout? Because I was like, I mean, Colton's really good at barbell cycling. I feel like.
I mean, you have to be
he's
like
capable of
10
it.
seconds on both.
You did all singles. You did all singles on cleans, and you did 10 singles on snatches.
Yeah.
And I
What
think
does he deadlift?
I think
he has a good deadlift.
Yeah.
Really?
He's deadlifted like 550 plus.
Okay.
And he's good at that. I'm just saying that I think his wall walks will be faster than all of your guys's.
I don't
like
think he's 40 seconds behind on the road.
So my only argument
30
with the wall
seconds?
walk,
But you got to think he is going to do this twice.
He could, yeah, unless he beats you the first time.
He's not. He probably won't beat Dallin. He's going to try to go for Dallin.
Yeah, I know.
He's trying to get as close as possible to Dallin's score. He's definitely doing it twice. He's done all the workouts twice.
Dude, if he wins every single workout, that's probably one of the most impressive things that I've seen. I know it's the Open. It's not a complete, well-rounded test, but that would be crazy. I was just going through. I'm like, if he is 30 seconds behind on the row, he's got to make up 30 other seconds. He might be able to make up 6-7 seconds on wall walks.
The thing is, bro,
if he does 10 seconds on cleans,
he's not getting a lot
seconds,
of help. He's not getting a lot of help.
What does he need help on?
He needs more than Dallin needs 10 or 15 people between him.
10 or 11.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about beating Dallin in the workout and Colton going 3 for 3.
He's not. I don't think he'll do that now.
I don't think that he will 100%. I don't think that he will, but it's fun to think about what he would have to do in order to do that.
Yeah. That'd be wild. Most dominant open performance for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's been only 3 people to win an open workout with their open announcement score.
Who? Matt and Tia.
It was not Tia.
Didn't Tia win? I thought I remember.
Frazier won 19.5.
Was that the thruster pull-up?
Yeah.
Tia didn't win that one?
I didn't do it. John Young looked it all up.
Yeah.
But Camille did one in 2014, and then Sam Briggs.
Was it the rowing wall ball one?
That was 2019.
No, I think there was like an older one.
An older one? No, it wasn't. I don't think it was that one. I think Camille's could have been like overhead squat or something. But
no, I was talking about Sam's.
I'll tell you right now. Let me look.
That's interesting, though. I think you have like a really good shot to do it. I do think the other people, I for sure thought. I mean, Jayson and James. I was just thinking about good rowers, and I thought Roman might, but then he already posted his time, and he wasn't close.
Yeah.
I beat Roman barely, but I beat him.
No,
but I beat him. I
beat him.
I was confused. Rich in 2012 in the snatch pyramid. Sam Briggs in the burpee thruster 14.5, and then Matt chest to bar thruster 19.5. Yeah.
I remember watching 19.5.
Yeah.
I thought they both won that workout. I don't remember looking back. I wonder who beat her in that. That's interesting. Did you guys see that? Like, Tia's not like sitting at the top of the leaderboard in the Open. I thought that was kind of weird.
She's kind of like messing around.
Yeah.
She's giving her husband like 3 minutes of a head start
and then
before she starts the workout.
I mean, she did do a bunch of travel. I'm pretty sure last week she like flew back from Australia and then hit the workout the next day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which that's pretty rough. But I don't know. She's been doing a lot of high rocks too, a lot of running, a lot of endurance. I'd be curious.
Do you think high rocks with an elite 15? She's doing a doubles with the best female in Australia, the number 1 ranked Australian high rocks.
Do you think
that's crazy?
Do you think Mao could do all these workouts right now and win the Open?
Dude, probably. She was one of she was so impressive. I mean, she still is very impressive, but like her level of fitness, I felt like at such a young age and like even like a young time in the sport was just crazy.
Yeah.
Like her capacity was insane. But hopefully she does well, and I hope she gets to a place where she wants to come back and I don't know if she will, but yeah, she was special for sure. Because she had the winning time in 22-3.
I don't even think
bananas.
a female still didn't beat it this year.
Yeah. It's crazy. I remember watching her video of it. I think we talked about it a little bit last time.
She tripped like 5 times.
Yeah, it was crazy. Colton almost went sub 4 last week.
Yeah, that was wild.
Which we didn't get to talk about that. That was crazy to watch. He did
it. He did it a second time just to see if he could, which was pretty cool.
Did he not?
No, so the first time was like 407, and then there was a 401.
I watched one video of it, which I don't know if it was the video of the 407 or the 401.
The 401
but watching it
was in the barn, his barn.
Yeah, I watched that one, and like, dude, he went blistering fast. Like, everything was so quick. Every time he picks up his jump rope, he switches his grips. And I was like, if he didn't do that every time, he might have tripped on his jump rope if he didn't do that. But like, he could have gone sub 4. It was just like crazy. Like obviously you can nitpick whatever. I mean, he blew all of us out of the water in that workout. Yeah. But I was watching it. I'm like, I mean, sub 4 minutes is technically possible. You know?
Yeah, maybe different transition floor setup. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you got to set up.
I bet if he did it again, he'd do it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. But anyways, we'll keep this one short. But just want to talk to you guys about the open workout and anybody that's still hitting the workout or redoing it. Good luck to you guys. But
we can always hit another one with. We could do like end of the open Monday evening with James if we all got time. But
Justin has to shave his head, yo.
I mean,
hey, did you hear my comment on the live stream?
Yeah, I did. And I was like, he's probably freaking right, but still. I was like, I feel like I have a lot more on the line on this head shave than any of you guys. You guys could get your hair back in like 3 to 4 weeks. Mine, I'm like 6 months.
It's true. Maybe there's a pink mullet. We'll figure it out and keep your eye out. Keep your eye out for James's video. It'll be coming in the next couple days.
Frosted tips, which we could talk about too. I know we said that we had to go live for the pepper.
Yeah, he's got to do both. What if he
could go live on this
and have him eat a pepper and then make him
with
talk.
Him so we can watch?
That'd be great.
Talk to him.
The thing is, bro, I think he really likes like spicy and hot things.
He does, but
I don't
think
care.
It'll still mess him up, dude.
And we should just like see how long he can go. Like he can have milk, have what he needs, but like, all right, James, like how long are you gonna go before you drink it? Come on.
We
just
should
keep talking to him.
Yeah, we should just drag it out and basically interview him as kind of this and do his.
He's not gonna be.
We have to start it with him eating the pepper, like from the beginning.
Yes, that would be so good.
He's not going to be able to talk.
We'll do that. And then James's dancing video. We still got to solidify that.
Yeah. That'll be awesome.
A new costume's coming.
Yeah, I know he posted on his story a little bit, but we had an idea. That idea fell through, and then we thought something would be really funny. He did it. Figured it probably wasn't appropriate for the whole community to see. So we're going to do something else. It was really entertaining for us, but we'll do something that's still hilarious for you guys, and we'll get that out this week. But anyways, thanks for watching. You guys got anything coming this week? I mean, obviously go back, watch behind the scenes. I know Dallin and Jayson both did something, which was awesome, so go back and watch those. But other than that, we'll be putting out vlogs, podcasts,
doing 100 wall walks for time this week. For punishment.
You are?
For punishment.
For himself.
For what?
For punishment.
For yourself?
What do you mean? For punishment, bro.
Okay. What's your time going to be?
Like sub 12.
Bro. You're going to be feeling really good about that when you hit the first 10 in like 50 seconds. And when you hit 20 and it's at the 2-minute mark, you're like, I got 80 more at this pace.
That's crazy.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, man. All right.
All right. Peace out, people. Thanks for watching.
Later.